The Thermae of Caracalla are a grandiose structure, one of the most famous and popular tourist spots in Rome. But this is not about them, but about how Septimius Bassianus Caracalla drenched the empire in blood. His father, Septimius Severus, a successful general, was famous mainly for strengthening the borders and victories in Britain and the East. After his death, according to the will, his sons Caracalla and Geta become co-emperor. The brothers hated each other fiercely from childhood, and each dreamed of one-man rule. They never feasted together for fear of poisoning, and lived at different ends of the palace, surrounding themselves with numerous guards. Caracalla was the first to strike. He asked his mother Julia Domna to invite him and his brother to his chambers, ostensibly for reconciliation. There Geta and felt acute brotherly love. Bassianus himself stabbed him in his mother's arms. After that, Caracalla organized the first bloodbath. All supporters of his brother and sympathizers were executed, and it was 1,020 courtiers, servants, and guards. The famous jurist Aemilius Papinianus was also killed. When the emperor asked him to legally justify the murder of Geta, he replied, "It is easier to do than to justify." After becoming sole ruler, he fancied himself the new Alexander the Great and tried to make war with the Alemanni, Sarmatians, Getae, and Parthians. Successes were zero. Everywhere his troops were defeated, but Caracalla broke away on his own. All provinces of the empire where he visited were plundered and tens of thousands of people killed. Exclusively, he marched in the Egyptian Alexandria, organizing another bloody Thermae. Residents of the city of scientists and philosophers felt quite free and independent, and they allowed themselves to mock the emperor, in particular giving him the title Gethic, victor of the Geths, an allusion to fratricide. Bearing a grudge, Caracalla, under the pretext of recruiting elite troops, gathered several thousand young men in one place. He then ordered his legionaries to slaughter them all. The slaughter continued in the streets. As in the capture of an enemy city, soldiers killed unarmed people, looted and set fire to houses. Septimius Bassianus did his art with the help of the army. He sacredly remembered the testament of his father. "If the soldiers will be for you, then all others do not give a damn." But that's where the threat came from. In the end, Caracalla died at the age of 29 years as a result of a conspiracy of the military leader Macrinus, whom he constantly mocked. However, the reason for his elimination is considered the unwillingness of the elite to fight with Parthia. With numerous retinue, Emperor was going from Edessa to Carus, has left behind a hill to P, and it was stabbed by own bodyguard. Compared to Caracalla, the adventures of Caligula and Nero are small, but his outstanding feats are not shown as vividly in literature and movies.